Hi, I'm Kaylin. This is Biscuit and this is Poppy Seed, and we used to live in a van. But on March 5th of 2022, my van crashed and rolled over. Everything in the van was destroyed. The van was destroyed. I thought that like my life was over. That was my home, but the van life community showed me how much they loved and supported me by starting some GoFundMes. I don't know what I did to become the recipient of this kind of outpouring of goodness and kindness, but I don't intend to waste it. I have decided to start this YouTube channel to document the next phase, the rebuilding of my life. Like, look at this. I bought a school bus. Ready to get started?
Yep.
Onward and upward, baby! I'm trying to work on removing the rear heat and AC, which intimidates me greatly because I have to cut and reconnect coolant lines, which is really just out of my comfort zone. Okay, I think that to disconnect the air conditioner electrical, I need to pull these fuse breaker things, but I physically can't get them out. I tried to use a screwdriver to pry out these breakers, but the air conditioning fan that's like below this window keeps turning on and blowing when I poke it. Okay, now that the breakers are out in the front, none of these wires should have any connection to the batteries of the bus, so I should be able to cut them safely. And there we go. Okay, this black wire is like lumped in with all of the AC unit stuff, but I have no idea what it is. Maybe I've disconnected something important. I don't know, because there's no schematics that show this part of the electrical panel. These schematics only show this fuse panel, and this like distribution bar here. A lot of it is labeled, which helps, but also a lot of it is not, which does not help. Okay, I fucked with the electrical, but the bus still turns on. Today's first task is going to be removing the heat and AC units. I don't know how I feel about the way my bangs are sitting today. They're new, so I'm still trying to figure out like how to get them to set right, you know? Let's get under this bus and remove a heater. I know this is like a very weird angle, I apologize for that. There are these coolant lines up here connected to this little motor. They're there. Those coolant lines connected to the heater motor are what we're gonna cut. We've got a bucket here to catch the coolant as it comes out. I think that the electrical line is disconnected up in the cab. They were not properly labeled, so I actually don't know for sure. But the heater doesn't work, so something with that electrical line isn't working. Okay, I went and put my contacts in because it occurred to me that I should do that. All right, let's cut the lines. Oh, there it is. There we go. Stuff smells like cough syrup. Is it supposed to smell like cough syrup? There we go. Might need a new box cutter after this. I need to know the inner diameter of these hoses so that I can go to Lowe's and buy some elbows and piping to reconnect them. Ugh. And we've got more coolant on ourselves. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go with a 3/4 inner diameter as our official guess. All right, in theory, the process is the same. We cut the lines, we drain the coolant, we go get elbows to reconnect them. It's just air. Whoa! Not air, not just air. Okay, that was not what I thought it was gonna be. I almost got Freon poisoning today, trying to disconnect the AC unit. Okay, so I made the dramatic mistake of thinking that removing the AC unit was going to be easy. I did not do enough research. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. And I accidentally popped a hole in the Freon line. And I thought it was just going to be coolant, and it was Freon. I ran out, put a mask on, went back in, patched it with literally just duct tape, and then that was not a good enough patch, obviously, because it was like highly pressurized, and so I just let the, sorry, there's a wasp right here. I let the Freon drip out, but there's still like pressure coming out of that hose. So you might be like, Kaylin, what are you gonna do next with that AC unit? I'm gonna take it to a mechanic and I'm gonna pay them to deal with it. Freon poisoning, not worth it. Not trendy, not cool, not the vibe. So we have to reconnect those lines from the heater so that the coolant will cycle right back to the engine. So we have a few pieces for that. We went with brass because they had the sizes that we needed. So we've got these little adapter guys. This end is gonna go in the existing piping, and this end is gonna fit right on here, but we need to put sealant tape on this as well. Hi Biscuit, I hear you. For sealant tape, you just like wrap it around. This stuff expands when it comes in contact with like liquids, and so it will make sure that these threads are all sealed plenty tight. So then I'm just gonna put this guy on. Now we've got this pipe, and we just need to pop these into the existing hoses, and then this is actually a pretty good seal on its own, but we also got hose clamps just to be 100% sure. There's so much dust down here. Okay, so these are the original hoses, this guy and this guy. And we put those little barb connectors inside of those and tighten them with hose clamps, and then those go into this connector bar. And then the same thing on the other side, and then these hose clamps are plenty tight. It shouldn't be going anywhere. I'm also going to probably like zip tie this up so it's not just like jiggling back here. I filmed this video a few weeks ago, but right now the bus is in the shop having the AC unit removed. I just want to say, I know I'm probably going to get some kind of hate for, you know, the mistake with the Freon line. That's a really serious and dangerous mistake. And it should not have happened. And I fully own up to the fact that I made a mistake. I did not do enough research. I did not plan ahead. However, everyone's fine. No one got hurt. Everything is okay. And I think it's important that I show these mistakes in all of my content on the internet so that myself and other people can learn from those mistakes and not make the same mistakes that I did. And to also know that if you're working on a project like this and you make a mistake, even a really serious one, as long as nobody gets hurt, like, no harm, no foul. It's part of being human. It's part of learning new things. Don't try to remove your AC free online yourself. Get a professional to do that one for you, but forgive yourself for making mistakes when you're learning something new. I wish I could take this little ending cut here with the bus, but the bus is in the shop, so it's just me in my dad's cabin. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for the kindness and grace for my mistakes and for your own mistakes. Make sure to like and subscribe to see more of my bus building successes and mistakes, and we will all finish this project together. Thanks! Onward and upward!